What's up guys, Jimmy here with another Lots of Games video. Today we're playing some Skylanders Swap Force. I've been thinking a lot about the next generation of games, next generation consoles. I know I've been talking a lot about that lately, but I've been thinking about the games that are being made for the PlayStation 4 and for the Xbox One. And a lot of these game budgets are getting more and more demanding. The financial resources that are required to create some of these AAA titles. And I've been thinking a lot about, are we going to in fact be getting, in the United States, the prices for the most part for a new retail game is $60. And I've been thinking, is in fact, are games going to increase for this next generation? Are they going to increase to $70? And when the PlayStation 4 was announced, Jack Tretton actually talked about on how his business model for Sony, they had free-to-play models, they had games that were from 99 cents all the way up to $60 games. And he said on how we'll justify that $60 price point. There was an article written at this time by Kotaku, kind of interesting, and actually I ended up looking this up. I went to the inflation calculator for the Bureau of Labor Statistics and compared, when the PS3 was released in 2006, what the buying power of that $60 is today. And come to find out, the PlayStation 4 games that are going to be released and the Xbox One games that are going to be released that are going to be priced at $60, they actually are going to be costing us less than Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 games. Okay, so the PS4 and Xbox One, those games are going to cost less than the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Mainly because if you look at the inflation that's taken place through these years, $60 back then with the inflation of today is $69.61. I'm not sure how much longer that's going to last. I'm hoping, in some cases, I know a lot of you guys wish that games cost a lot less. And I know depending on where you live in the world, games probably cost a lot more than $60. But I'm just really hoping with this next generation, games don't continue to increase, mainly because I think that'll discourage a lot of gamers out there. With the Super Nintendo and you have the Nintendo 64, those games, in many cases, it wasn't uncommon where I saw like a Nintendo 64 game for around $70, $80. And to produce or to duplicate, the production costs for making those cartridges was a lot higher than, just making or duplicating a DVD or Blu-ray. Of course, you have the Blu-ray games that are going to be made available on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So, in all honesty, I'd be really curious to see if they drop the price point for a lot of these games to $50 to $40. The type of percentage or the demand, how much demand would increase. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on the price of games, if you think the games are going to increase for the next generation. And yeah, your thoughts and comments would definitely be appreciated. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.